babes, Frugal Babs, it is your girl Krazykerins, and I am here to talk to you guys about a post that I shared last week on, a certain amount of money that my husband and I paid off, and a lot of you were really interested in finding out how we did it, so you should definitely keep watching. Alright guys, so before we even begin, I'm just gonna say this, y'all. Not feeling my hair today, not feeling my makeup. But we're still cute and we're still gonna keep it moving, okay? Before I share how we paid off $19,000 for the first 6 months of 2019, I do want to share a disclaimer that I've shared before on my channel. I'm gonna share it again. I am not a professional, okay? I'm not a financial professional, a financial guru. Everything that I share on my Frugal Mom series are tips, tricks, and little things that I did, that my husband did, that we did, that worked for us. They may not necessarily work for you, so you should definitely consult a professional before you make any major decisions with your financial situation. Okay, with that said, let's dive in. Alright guys, so let me give you a little bit of history on, my husband and I and when we started this financial journey. So we didn't just start doing our financial journey in 2019, we actually started in 2016, okay? So we got married in 2013, life was good, we got pregnant in 2015, and things started to change. We started realizing, OMG, this is a little expensive, y'all. See, I was doing my doctoral degree and everything was fine. I was paying about $500 every 8 weeks to stay enrolled because I had completed all my classes, but I was still writing the dissertation. And when we got pregnant and our kid came, we realized, wow, this might be a little bit more expensive than we had anticipated. We had an OMG moment. Have you ever had an OMG moment? You're like, what's an OMG moment? An OMG moment is when you're at the restaurant, you've had appetizers, you've had the main course, you've had coffee, you've had tea, you've had a few cocktails, you had dessert, you had an amazing meal, you're sitting back, you're relaxing, you're enjoying it, and the waiter comes with the check. And you're like, OMG, did this really cost that much money? So our OMG moment happened about a week after my daughter came home from the hospital. We were feeding her. She wasn't really latching on to me, so we went straight to formula. And we thought we made out like bandits coming out of the hospital, y'all, because we had a bunch of those little nursettes, but we ran out. So my husband goes out and he purchases more nursettes, just like one little box. And when I started doing the math, I'm like, wait a minute. This box of nursettes is only gonna last us half of the day. That means we need 2 boxes per day. There are 7 days in a week. There are about 4 weeks in a month. And when I did that math, I had the only OMG moment that it kind of started making me think about, should I continue to be in school? And the answer with that was no. That was when I started making the decision to give up on my doctoral journey and just, start working on paying off my debt and making sure that we had enough money for our kid. So now, we're on maternity leave, y'all. We did not save a dime for maternity leave. I totally encourage you, if you're planning on having a baby, whether it's in the next year or in the next 5 years, or you're not married, but one day you want to be and you want to have a kid, set aside some money. Because trust me, it's not cheap, okay? To have a kid and to not really be working, it's crazy. So I didn't have anything saved on my maternity leave, but we got lucky, y'all. Because my daughter was born the day before Thanksgiving, I had about 3 weeks of paid vacation that I got. I had a bunch of leave time, personal days, sick days, family leave days that I was able to use. When all of those days ran out, it was tax time. So we got a tax return. So we got really, really lucky. I also got my 60% of my salary from FMLA. It wasn't a lot, but something is something, y'all, okay? And I believe FMLA went a little bit higher now, thanks to the new governor. I don't know, you don't have to research that. I was in an in-school deferment with my loan, so I wasn't making any payments. And at the moment, it feels good, but like, you gotta start making payments. So when my daughter was born, we said we have to get rid of like all of this nonsense credit card debt and these little Sally Mae student loans that my husband had. Like, we really needed to get rid of those things. Now, when my daughter was born and we started having this OMG moment, we actually contemplated filing for bankruptcy. We're so grateful that God didn't allow us to do that, because it would have really like put a huge stain on our, on our credit report, on our history, and just, it would have been tough, to overcome that. And it was funny because I made the appointment. My husband and I, we packed up our daughter, we drove to the lawyer's office. We had the first appointment and we're waiting there. And the security guard, he's, in the lobby, and we're waiting and we're waiting, and the lawyer doesn't show up, the secretary doesn't show up. And the security guard was like, this is so weird, like, she's always on time. And it was one of those like huge, sky-rise buildings in Newark, New Jersey, where there's like multiple offices. So, the security guard, he kind of knew the doctors in the building and the lawyers in the building and whatnot. He knew their routines, and he was just so dumbfounded by the fact that this particular lawyer, who was never ever late, was ridiculously late. So my husband and I, we looked at each other and we're like, we're gonna give her 5 more minutes. If she doesn't come in 5 minutes, we're gonna take it as a sign and we're gonna grab our baby and run. Lo and behold, 5 minutes passed. She never arrived. We left. Till this day, y'all, her office hasn't called me. They haven't called to say, hey, we noticed that you had an appointment and you missed your appointment. Would you like to reschedule? Nothing. No phone call. Nothing. So I really took that as God, saving us from something that we didn't have to do. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so now 18 months later, y'all, I have my son. And now we're really like going through it. I don't have as much leave time as I had when I had my daughter. My son was not born in the winter, so I did not get like 3 weeks of vacation time that was already paid. It was tough, y'all. He was not born during tax season. We experienced 3 back-to-back deaths, 2 of which, we had to finance, provide some money. Our dog, we had to put her down. We had to pay for that. My father-in-law, we're so appreciative to all the family members that gave on our GoFundMe page. Every little last dime helped, but still when like you expect a death but you don't expect it, it still hurts the pocket, so we were dealing with all of those things. Plus we were moving into a new apartment, so just getting used to higher rent. Wasn't that high, but it was still higher. It was just a lot was going on, right? So we really had to figure something out because it was becoming too much. My husband is such a smart guy, y'all, that when he graduated from his county school and he was transferring over to a 4-year college to finish his business degree, he was offered a scholarship, and it was a really decent scholarship, but it was contingent on him going to school full time. So I said, you know what? We're a little tight, but if you finish school quicker, you'll get a better job quicker and you'll make more money quicker. So we made the decision. My husband started working part-time and started going to school full-time, and we were dealing with an extremely reduced income. Hardly any money was coming in, but we were making it work. So I know that numbers speak much louder than words. So I'm going to share with you how much it was that we had in debt. So from 2016, which is when we started our debt-free journey, our daughter was about a year. We were pregnant, right, with our son. Here's the total, okay? We signed up with Money Management International. We had submitted to that company $21,373.24. Those were my credit cards. I believe it was 1 or 2 of my husband's credit cards because we were married. They allowed him to be on my debt management program, and I believe that was it, just pure credit cards. I also had a Discover loan that was $17,336.52, and I had a Discover credit card that I didn't submit to MMI. That was $8,012 $12.84. So back in 2016, when we started this journey, we had $46,722.60. My car got hit outside of my home overnight. I think it was a drunk driver. Then another car that I had got hit by an 18-wheeler to the point that my car pushed the car in front, and the car in front pushed the car in front of it. And all of our cars were parked. It was like a nightmare. And then just recently I was driving and a car hit me from behind and just ran off. Whatever. So, you know, we had to get a new car, and in 2017 we got my car, Gretchen. I don't have the exact number, but I know it was $15,000 sticker price with like some extra change, whatever. And then in 2018 my husband needed a new car because his car was like already 20, almost 21 years old. He spent $9,600 on his car. So our total like credit card debt that we really don't need to have from 2016 to 2019, y'all, you ready for it? Here's your grand total. $71,322.60. Yes, that's a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, so check it out. Since 2016, okay, up until now, we have paid $60,239.04. All we owe are our two cars, and we owe $11,083.56. We're winning! That is so cool. I'm so excited.